Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you were surrounded by fools? Or worse, have you ever questioned whether you might be the fool? Most people will never ask that question because stupidity is rarely loud. It's quiet, subtle, hidden beneath ego, comfort, and habit. And yet, it's responsible for more failure, regret, and mediocrity than almost anything else. But here's the terrifying part. You don't spot stupidity by looking at someone's grades or job title. You spot it by observing how they think, how they react, and how they live. In this video, I'll show you 6 signs of a stupid person. Not to insult anyone, but to protect you. Because if you don't know these signs, you might already be living with them. Let's begin. 1. They think emotion is a sign of intelligence. The first sign is this. They confuse emotion for depth. You'll hear them say things like, I just feel like it's wrong. I trust my gut. Or worse, I don't care what the facts say. I know how I feel. Now don't get it twisted. Stoics never say emotion is evil. But they understood something most people don't. Emotion is a reaction. Wisdom is a response. A stupid person acts out of feeling. A wise person acts in spite of it. You want to be ruled by your emotions? Fine. Just know that every manipulator, every tyrant, every toxic partner will learn how to control you in minutes because they don't need to beat you with facts. They just need to push your feelings. 2. They can't say, I don't know. Here's something strange. The smarter someone is, the more often they say, I don't know. And the dumber someone is, the more confident they sound. The stupid person would rather be wrong and loud than silent and curious. But here's the truth the Stoics lived by. Ignorance isn't dangerous. Arrogant ignorance is. Socrates said, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The stupid can't grasp that. They'd rather bluff through a lie than sit with the silence of not knowing. But the moment you can say, I don't know, that's the moment you actually start learning. 3. They waste energy on what they can't control. Tell me if this sounds familiar. They complain about the weather. They scream at the news. They gossip about other people's lives like it's their own. A stupid person lives in a world where they're always a victim. But a wise person, a stoic, they don't waste breath on what's out of their control because they understand this ancient truth. You were not put on this earth to control everything. You were put here to control yourself. Every minute spent reacting to things you can't change is a minute stolen from the life you could have built. 4. They worship comfort like a god. You want to spot stupidity fast? Look at how a person handles discomfort. The stupid person avoids pain, effort, struggle like it's a plague. They chase cheap dopamine, scrolling, binging, lying in bed because tomorrow is better. But the Stoics believed that avoiding hardship is the fastest way to die, while still breathing. Because what is comfort, really? Comfort is a slow, silent killer. It doesn't break you in a day. It breaks you over decades, one excuse at a time. Stupid people never see it coming. Wise people face discomfort head on, not because they like it, but because they know the man they'll become on the other side of it. 5. They never reflect. A stupid person goes through 100 bad days and learns nothing. They don't reflect. They don't ask, what did I do wrong? They ask, why is this happening to me? But the Stoic, he examines his soul like a warrior checks his blade. Every day, every failure, every insult is a lesson. The stupid person experiences life. The wise one understands it. If you're not reflecting, you're repeating, and if you're repeating, you're not evolving. 6. They mistake noise for power. This is the most dangerous one. The stupid person believes the loudest voice wins. That power comes from shouting, arguing, dominating. But the Stoic? He knows that true power is stillness, silence, control. A fool will scream when they're angry. A wise man will speak once and shake the room. The stupid confuse volume with value, but wisdom whispers, and it echoes for a lifetime. Now let me ask you again, have you ever been a fool? I have. And that's why I made this video. Not to point fingers, but to hold up a mirror. The Stoics weren't saints. They were men like you and me. They made mistakes, felt emotions, stumbled in the dark. But they made one decision that changed everything. They chose to fight their inner fool every single day. And if you're watching this far, you've already taken that first step. Now take the next one. Subscribe, not for me, but for you. Because every time you come back here, we sharpen the sword together.